It's MH370. Until you do some research, don't talk to me. I'm going to find the truth while I sip this martini. Your opinion, it means squat to me. It's H370. Not all heroes wear capes. I wear glasses to see. I'm going to find the truth while I sip this martini. The trolls hate seeing me succeed, but guess what? H370.
They're meant to fly, planes they ain't supposed to fall from the sky. But if they do, they'll leave behind more than a piece or two. Planes just be flying, I know you think I'm lying. The USA, they be hiding the truth, and I ain't buying. Planes, they're meant to fly, planes, they ain't supposed to fall from the sky. But if they do, they'll leave behind more than a piece or two. They'll leave behind more than I know you think I'm lying. The USA, they be hiding the truth, and I ain't buying. Planes, they're meant to fly, planes, they ain't supposed to fall from the sky. But if they do, they'll leave behind more than a piece or two. Planes just be flying, I know you think I'm lying. The USA, they be hiding the truth, and I ain't buying. They'll leave behind more than a piece or two. They'll leave behind more than a piece or two.
Ooh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hello, we are here. Holy crap, let me turn that volume up a little bit. Let's get it going. Wow, emergency stream, guys. Emergency stream tonight. Holy crap, this is wild. What an update. I know why you guys are all here right now, why you're here early. First off, let me get my blue cheese olives ready to go. Yes, I have a martini ready to go tonight. I had to run out, get blue cheese and some olives to make this thing happen. Look at that. Quadro olives. It's happening. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, MH370X. Oh, man. So, where do we start? I just want to absorb this all for a second. while people trickle in, so that way we don't have to repeat it a million times, I will go ahead and give a quick summary of what has been going on for the people that are unfamiliar, that have just jumped in. Maybe they just got off work and just saw. So a quick rundown of what just happened in the last 24 hours. Several days ago, in fact, I did a live stream where I went through some evidence of the debunk attempts that were out there. And one of those was going through the Pyromania VFX and the history of it, where it came from, this one-day-old Reddit account. And in that, we had noticed that there are images in that archive website that have the pictures of the various effects that are in the package, the asset package. But weirdly, in one of the boxes, you can see the drone video endothermic event. It's not an asset from the package. It's literally the drone video. You can see like the endothermic event in there. And side by side next to it, you can see the one frame that debunkers have used to claim that they're the same, which you would say, okay, why is that a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because that was uploaded January 25th, 2023. But wait, Ashton, I thought the debunk was found in August 19th of 2023. That's 8 months later. So why, when we look at the link, and this is the link that you can find on the Metabunker, we're going to go through all this in detail. Why, in that link, is there a picture of from the drone video and the comparison that supposedly wasn't found until August 19th, 2023? Well, there's only one answer. This was planted out there with the intent of debunking the videos. That's the only logical answer. The Pyromania VFX debunk was 100% proven to be falsified, to use, to be compared, and to be preemptively out there on the internet, to be found, to be used to debunk the videos. And some might say, well, if it matches, why does it matter? Because it doesn't match. That's the rub. It actually objectively doesn't match. Not only does the one frame not match, which we'll go through this as well, but the whole asset, this stock asset, this explosion, isn't even similar to ours. So literally this debunk was put out there as literal disinformation. And it was pushed by Mick West. It was pushed by the Corridor crew, who got it from Mick West and never said anything. And the Lore Lodge all falsified this comparison. They modified it and they tricked their audiences of millions of people. Modified it, only showed people the modified comparison to trick people that it was an exact match when it wasn't. And now we have 100% proof that it was falsified and planted on the internet 8 months before the videos even reemerged. Which, again, 100% proof that this was a fabricated debunk that was pre-planned ahead of time with the sole intent of debunking the videos. And the best part is, after I made the post about that, we did a stream about that. I showed everything on the stream. Then yesterday, I wrote it up with all the hyperlinks to all the proof to it. And I go back today, and I get online today, and I go back and look at it because I was going to do a follow-up on it, like implicating Mick West, because I realized that the one-day-old Reddit account that posted it, that claimed to have remembered where it was, one-day-old Reddit account claims to remember this debunk all of a sudden and post a hyperlink to the thing where we can see the falsified comparison from January. The one-day-old Reddit account posted at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Mick West, less than 3 hours later, on his Metabunk website, claims that he somehow found some YouTube video from an obscure video game that no one has ever heard of before, called Killing Time. An hour-long video, claims that he somehow found the asset there, which the only possible answer is that Mick West already knew ahead of time that this debunk was going to drop. Mick West wasn't looking around YouTube for hour-long videos of random obscure 90s video games for the 5 seconds where this asset shows up. And the asset shows up like an hour into the video. Like, there's no chance of that. And we'll show that as well, guys. So Mick West is directly implicated in this debunk reappearing. He either is Icyslide, he either knows who Icyslide is, or he was told ahead of time that this debunk was going to drop. No matter how you look at it, he's implicated in the cover-up. And he's the only one who's come to found it. We're going to go through all this information tonight. The best part is, they might have thought, so what went down was after they saw me point this out, that this falsified comparison was out there that date back to January of 25th, 2023, somebody in the last 24 hours went and changed it. They went back and changed it. The only reason why you go back and change it is you got caught red-handed, and they were afraid. And they went, holy shit, he saw the falsified comparison out there, and he caught it. And they realized that the dates proved that it was pre-planned. So they went back and changed it, thinking nobody would notice. Except for I randomly went back to the website today, and I was like, wait a minute. I was going to take a new screenshot, and I'm like, wait, it's changed. How the hell has it changed? And so you guys can see my tweets. We'll look at it here in a minute. You can see my tweets. And I'm like, why has it changed all of a sudden? So then people go back and they check the logs. Sure enough, the person who uploaded it changed it in the last 24 hours. They reverted it back to the asset before it had been modified to get rid of the MH370 drone video zap in it and the comparison that you can see that dates back to January 25th. Now, the best part, because the debunkers might have said, no, well, you misremembered. You have no proof that it used to be there. We have the stream from 3 days ago, and I'm going to pull that up as well, that shows 100% that it used to be sitting there on that thing. So we absolutely have 100% proof that this VFX comparison was falsified. We have 100% proof that it was planned back in January of 2023, 8 months before the videos reemerged. And we can connect Mick West to the person who found it within a 3-hour time frame. Amazing, guys. Amazing. They screwed up so badly when they went back and modified this. We've been waiting for the intelligence community, the debunkers, whoever did this, to make a mistake. They made the biggest mistake they've ever made in their whole lives. They gave us absolute proof that they can change the Wayback Machine. They gave us absolute proof that they had pre-planned the VFX debunk, which was used to shut down all conversation on Reddit. It was used by the Lore Lodge to their 6 million followers. I think it's got like 2 million plus views on their video that they fabricated. The Lore Lodge, the Lore Lodge only has 1 million. The Corridor Crew, their video has like 2 million. All these people lied to their millions of followers. They 100% lied. They 100% falsified, fabricated, debunked. They 100% didn't tell people where it came from and that it had been pre-planned. And it all links back to Mick West. I never could have imagined this happened. Plus, now the fact that they can do this to the Wayback Machine also implicates that the cloud picture, which we've already ruled out as well, and we've already debunked that. Now it basically calls into question the authenticity of the cloud picture in general as well. If they were willing to fabricate this debunk months and months and months in advance and then drop it in August, then they, the only reason to even do that is that the videos are real. Nobody does this. There's no pre-planned debunks for fake hoax videos. You only do that when you're trying to hide something. That's the only thing. So at this point, we've got proof that there's fabricated debunks out there. We're going to go through the evidence tonight. It's extremely strong proof that the videos are real and that somebody's trying to cover up the videos. Absolutely wild. And this debunk that was used to trick Joe Rogan. This exact one was the one that Joe Rogan linked to me that was used to on Danny Jones with respect to the Lore Lodge. So all of these people, all of these podcasters, the ones that promoted this, they are all implicated. They should be issuing apologies as soon as possible after watching this. For the way they treated me, lying to their fans, being deceptive. And people like Mick West should be calling up his lawyer ASAP. He should be calling up his lawyer right away. Because I am going to send the families after him to take everything that he has, all his money, every single penny he has, shut down his website, Metabunk, take that away as well. I'm going to recommend the Department of Justice investigate him as well. And I'm going to give them all the evidence that we're going to go through tonight, as well as more evidence that I have here as well. He's 100% bad faith, dishonest, and potentially criminally implicated in the cover-up of MH370. Now, people may say, how is somebody who didn't disappear the plane criminally implicated in the cover-up? Because there is something called the Pinkerton rule. And the Pinkerton rule says that if you're involved in the cover-up of a conspiracy, then it doesn't matter if you're the person that did it or not. If you are the one who's trying to perpetuate the conspiracy, even if you were not the main perpetrator, you are criminally liable for it. The Pinkerton rule. Go ahead and look it up, guys. Yeah, so I mean, we don't really have much faith in the DOJ, but that's at worst case scenario. If we can't get him criminally implicated and thrown in prison where Mick West belongs the rest of his life, then we're going to try to get his money taken away and take his website taken away. And then if we can't do that, then we're going to destroy him in the eyes of the public. I'm going to say his name on every single podcast I go to. I'm going to bring this up on every single podcast from here on out. And I'm going to make sure that the world knows that Mick West is a piece of shit, the worst human being on the planet, that he tried to cover up MH370 with at least 3 fake debunks. This isn't even the first one. He tried to cover up the Philip Wood EXIF data picture. He was objectively wrong about all of that. He perpetuated a fake debunk about jittery contrails that was proven to be due to the stabilization software he used. He never apologized for that. And he's also responsible for the VFX debunk as well. Mick West is, in my opinion, a criminal. He, in my opinion, is legally responsible for the cover-up of these videos and what happened to 239 people. And he made the biggest mistake in his life trying to debunk what happened to 239 people on a plane that disappeared. So there we go. Yeah. Let's get down to it, guys. Okay, and people trolling in the chat, you're going to get banned and blocked. So mods, if anyone trolls, just immediately block them. No questions asked. We're not playing around tonight. And I'm going to make sure I get to the Twitter chat so I can ban and block people in there as well. Give me a second. How do I get the chat up? There it is. Okay, great. Sweet. Okay, Chili Turtle, you're getting banned. Okay, great. Yeah, Chili Turtle, you got banned. And so will everybody else that acts like you do in the chat. Okay, great. Where should we start, guys? Okay, let's start with a little recap. Actually, let's go with... Let's start with... Let me see what we got here. Okay, I think we're going to start with the recap, guys. You guys can see this? Okay, sweet. Yeah, and for the record, there's not going to be any more debates. There's no reason debating with frauds and criminals. At this point, all I'm looking for Mick West... by the way, Mick West already dodged all the debates with me. He dodged all the debates. And right now, I'm just looking for an on-the-record statement that we can provide to the Department of Justice for what his connection was with Icyslide and the fake debunk efforts related to the disappearance of 239 people. You don't debate criminals. He's had his chance to debate me in the past. So at this point, we're not looking for that. We're just looking for an on-the-record statement. Also, everybody, please harass Mick West as much as possible to get an on-the-record statement from him. He's been dodging on-record statements. Oh, yeah, before we do that as well, somebody's already been trying to get an on-the-record statement from Mick West about this, and he won't respond. So he was asked specifically, the questions that I want people to ask Mick West are as follows. What is your relationship to Icyslide 7698? How did you know that the debunk would be pushed on August 19th at 10:15 a.m.? And how did you find the killing time video at 1 p.m., less than 3 hours later, that has the asset within it? So we have him on the record on all of those things I just mentioned. So the question is, how did he find all of those? Because I think the Department of Justice, the families are going to want to know for the court cases against Mick West. His response was, I don't know Icyslide. I did a reverse image search. Reverse image searches don't work on don't work on videos. So I don't know why he's lying. You can't do a reverse image search onto a YouTube video. And then he says the effect goes back to 1997. There's multiple examples of it. That's not the question. We know that the VFX doesn't match. That's already a statement of fact. The VFX doesn't match. The VFX is not in the MH370 videos. We know that, again, as a statement of fact. The only thing we're trying to get from Mick West is, why did he lie and what's his relationship to the person that pushed the fake debunk? And we're going to go through and show the evidence for the fake debunk here in a minute. So if you guys can get Mick West on the record here related to this, we're not interested in his arguments about the VFX. We know it doesn't match already. That's already given. The question is, why was he pushing 3 fake debunks? the Philip Wood fake debunk, the Jerry Contrails fake debunk, and now we have proof that the VFX debunk was also fabricated ahead of time as well. So we just want to get an on-the-record statement from him on why he pushed those fake debunks and why he's covering up the fate of 239 people. And if he wants to issue an apology and retract his debunks and delete his YouTube video where he tried to debunk the videos, you guys can actually see in my Eric Hundley interview that Eric Hundley actually superimposed Mick West's false claims into that. So we have 100% proof now and forever that Mick West fabricated 3 fake debunk attempts and then promoted them to his YouTube channel as well, with intention of getting people to think that the videos are fake. He should be prosecuted under the Sandy Hook precedent, where Alex Jones was fined $1 billion. I think $1 billion sounds about right for what Mick West should be fined as well. That would take everything that he has. Seems appropriate. He had many chances, too, by the way, to apologize before this and retract his claims and what have you, and he never has, even though his claims have been proven 100% to be fake and fabricated. And also, by the way, here we go, guys. So keep harassing him until we get an on-the-record statement from him, a public statement. About those 3 questions. So what's his relationship to Icyslide? Did he know about the Icyslide debunk before Icyslide posted it on Reddit, which is a one-day-old Reddit account? And if he is Icyslide. And then the third one is, how exactly did he find the Killing Time video with the asset in it 1 hour into it in under 3 hours? I'm pretty sure no one's ever heard of that game before. And I don't think that there's any chance within under 3 hours of that post going onto Reddit that he's somehow finding that without somehow knowing ahead of time. And yeah, before we do that, here we go. Before we do that, we're going to post this. This is how I feel about the debunkers right now.
Oh, let me taste your tears, Scott. Your tears are so yummy and sweet. Dude,
yummy.
I think it might be best for us to never piss Cartman off again. Good call.
Yummy.
Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Yummy. Yummy, you guys.
Yummy.
That's all, folks.
Yummy, guys. Tears of unfathomable sadness. Debunkers. Tears of unfathomable sadness. Turns out your life is a lie. Turns out we have anti-gravitational technology and you were so mentally ill that you tried to debunk what happened to 239 people. Yeah, just consider this real quick, guys. How messed up in the head do you have to be to try to debunk real videos of what happened to 239 people that were never found? How messed up, how just psychologically fucked in the head do you have to be trying to debunk real videos of what happened to 239 people just because you don't want to believe what's on the video? This is equivalent of a cold case where a murder was never solved, where we never knew what happened, and all of a sudden 2 videos from 2 different angles come out of a guy shooting somebody, killing them. And then the debunkers coming out and trying to prove that the videos aren't real, that never really happened, that person was never really shot. Just think of it from that perspective. That's how fucked in the head these debunkers really are. Like, it's actually insane. And then that's like saying, like, oh, I'm going to take those videos of somebody being shot, and now I'm going to pretend I'm going to send it. It's an animation. Somebody added an animation and a stock effect of a gun into it. Like, this is how just completely wackadoo these guys are, disconnected from reality entirely. I truly hope that debunkers get the help that they need. They need very serious psychological help. And if they're still trying to debunk the videos after this, like, please, man, do yourself a favor and do something else. Go outside, touch some grass, go for a walk, whatever you got to do. The videos are real, 100%. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's do the quick rundown of what happened here. And then I have all this stuff up as well, all the proof up that we're going to go through as well after this. But I just want to show you guys, give you guys a quick rundown, the quick recap. For everybody who's just joining right now as well, appreciate you. Have another sip of the martini. Okay. Yeah, and just quickly for the record as well, anybody who gets blocked is never being unblocked ever again. So if you are defaming me, talking shit on Twitter, whatever, if you're retweeting people that are doing that, you're going to get blocked. You're never going to get unblocked ever in this world. So be cognizant of the stuff you're engaging in with respect to defamatory content and slander about me. At least if you want to be part of the investigation, if you want to follow along. If you don't care about that, you don't care about seeing the stuff, then do whatever you want. It's a free country. But I want to make sure everybody has fair warning out there. You're never going to be unblocked. There's no circumstance where you will be unblocked. So just be cognizant of your behavior on the internet. Okay. Now, let's show. And actually, before we do that, I just want to show this video as well. So we looked at the other day. We looked at this satellite video, and I went ahead and edited it up so you guys can see that these videos are 100% real. And every day, more evidence comes out that shows that the videos are real. So the evidence that came out like 3 days ago was a rundown of the spy satellite capabilities of the United States. So I took all the important pieces, I turned it into a 1-minute video. Here we go.
U.S. has, by far, the largest and most capable network of satellites and space capabilities of any nation.
What does that say right there? Sibbers provided technical data to the intelligence community to help solve the mystery of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370.
On Earth. In fact, many of the drones flying missions in the Middle East have been directed and coordinated in real time from over 10,000 kilometers away in Nevada. The newer space-based infrared system can detect much smaller and shorter range missile launches like Iskander and even track them in real time. If you can track a missile in real time, then you can track an airplane in real time. Pretty simple. Provide not just the precise impact point, but also relay it to missile defenses to try to intercept it. The latest series of satellites being launched are the beginnings of networks that will take it a whole step further to detect and fully track hypersonic weapons and assist in shooting them down. Also, speaking of the current space-based infrared system, they likely also carried a payload for the Trumpet ELINT, or electronic intelligence satellites. ELINT is just a subset of SIGINT.
So ELINT is just a subset of SIGINT. Here is an image of SIGINT. This shows you the satellite relaying to the spy plane, relaying to the boats, relaying to a helicopter, relaying to a ground troop, relaying to another satellite, relaying to a drone. Okay? We've got literally all the assets that are going on right now relaying through SIGINT. All you have to do is Google SIGINT. You'll find this image yourself. I don't know how much more proof you guys need.
Or signals intelligence. Today, virtually every aircraft and satellite has some form of SIGINT sensor on board.
Virtually every plane or asset and satellite has some form of SIGINT on board. Tactical SIGINT payload. You just Google SIGINT payload. Top hit, MQ-1C Gray Eagle. There it is. Every satellite also has SIGINT on board as well. This was something that people that try to debunk it argued. And again, this goes to show that the debunkers just lie. And they pretend that they have information that they don't. They'll often say, "Oh, this doesn't have that," or "This can't do that," or whatever, and they just lie. Like they don't know that. They just make that up. Victor Ilanello is the one that made that up about the satellite. I think the debunkers have lied about that several times related to some of this stuff as well. About that's not how Sibbers works. Blah blah blah. Yes, it is. Yes, they do have those payloads. That's 100% proven.
Also, the U.S. has another SIGINT class called NOS.
Another SIGINT class called NOS, Naval Ocean Surveillance Satellite. There it is, USA 229, 100%. You heard the man. SIGINT class called NOS. Absolutely. And of course it has SIGINT on it. It's a low Earth orbit satellite. It has to be able to relay information to ground-based computers. It's moving too fast.
And those are typically used for detecting ships at sea.
Detecting ships at sea. If you can detect a ship at sea, you can detect an airplane. There it is. Real location of NOS USA 229, March 7th, 2014. The exact time that the plane was flying right over here into this coordinates that we see there. 100%, no doubt. NOS USA 229. This is a smoking gun. Shows that we knew where the plane was. We have a spy satellite with a sister satellite right next to it, capable of taking 3D stereoscopic imagery.
Declassified history of Gambit.
And this is just for a bonus. So here's another Mick West being wrong once again. When Kim.com came out and posted the Sibbers video, Mick West lied and said we didn't have that kind of resolution capability. I don't know why he would make up such a bold lie like that, but once again shows that how these mentally ill debunkers, mentally ill people like Mick West make false claims that they don't know are true, and they pretend like they are true. This is what he does with the debunks as well, is he makes claims that are not true and passes them off as fact. And he's claimed that we didn't have satellite capabilities that had high resolution. Listen to what he says.
Where it mentions better than 4 inches.
Better than 4 inches. Better than Mick West's dick. Mick West's dick has a micro penis that's most likely less than 4 inches. This satellite can probably pick it up. And this was shot up in the 60s, 1968. So in the 60s, we had satellite imagery that was better than 4 inches. That is extremely good. That was 60 years ago that we had that.
Or 10 centimeters. The weird thing is, if you go look at this document today on the NRO's website, they actually went back and redacted this part. Only through the Wayback Machine can you actually see the original. But better than 10 centimeters is about the limit possible due to atmospheric distortion.
Better than 10 centimeters is what Mick West wished the penis pump would work on his dick to make it larger.
And from Trump's tweet.
And here is Trump's tweet. Now, this is great because I've been promoting this tweet, showing people what our satellite capabilities are. The best part about this was that debunkers thought this picture was fake. They thought this picture was fake. They didn't think that we could have satellite imagery this good. If we can make out a car and all this stuff, we can definitely make out a plane in the sky. No doubt. No doubt whatsoever. They thought that the atmospheric interference would be a problem. Clearly, it's not. This is a real picture.
Tweeted image. It's
also, this is one of the last optical satellites.
about the same as they can achieve today. As for today, the U.S. really doesn't have many.
Look at the numbers here. USA 224. USA 224 was the one that took that image, that Trump satellite image. USA 224. These are the last optical satellites out there. There's only 5 or 6 left. All the rest of them are infrared or radar sensors. I'm pretty sure we can still see stuff without optical telescopes. What do you guys think? Unless this is all we're limited to, 5 satellites. So once again, basic logic and reasoning proves beyond a doubt the United States saw the plane. We have the satellite in the area with SIGINT capabilities on it. Oh, by the way, Edward C. Lynn's chart. A lot of the articles about Edward C. Lynn shows that he was experienced with signals intelligence. Is that just a coincidence as well? That he has the exact requirements in order to have access to the videos?
Imaging satellites. There's likely only 5 or 6 KH-11s remaining.
Okay. So this should have more views. I mean, that is undeniable proof the videos are real, consistent with the real capabilities of our spy satellite surveillance stuff. And this is too why I'll switch back over in a second. This is why even the white hats are lying about the videos and why they won't talk about the videos is because they know the videos are real. They know the videos are real. They have people telling them to not talk about the videos because if you have an NDA, if you have connections to the government or whatever, like you cannot talk about U.S. spy satellite capabilities. It's our most secretive stuff. You can definitely not talk about super weapons that nobody knows about, like the orbs. This is why people like Ross Coulthart, this is why Jeremy Corbell is lying to Joe Rogan about it. This is why the government's not issuing these statements or talking about these videos. This is why the media has been directed not to talk about these videos, because it's literally a matter of national security from a surveillance perspective and from a weapons perspective. The only things you can't talk about in the media. Now, me, I don't give a shit. So too bad. They probably should have reached out to me. And I can't wait for Arrow to try to gaslight me because I've got more evidence than any other court case in the history of the world. And if they try to lie, I'm going to catch them in the lie. Okay, let's get back to the task at hand. This is the one, right? Yeah, okay. First, before I show that, take another sip. Here's a good question. Why all the personal insults? Well, cuz, man, I don't give a shit. I'm just a normal guy, and I've had these nut job debunkers coming after me, defaming me, banning my subreddit, talking shit, lying about me, claiming that I'm a scammer, claiming that I'm a grifter, lying about the videos, lying about what happened to 239 people, covering up anti-gravity, covering up free energy. So I'll tell you what, I'm not a good guy. I'm not everybody's hero. I'm not somebody that you should be looking up to. I'm just somebody who's going to give you the truth. And I'm going to take down every piece of shit that tried to cover this stuff up as well. I've promised that from day one, and I'm going to live up to that. So once again, if you want to keep doubling down on being wrong, it's going to backfire every single time. And yes, like I said, I'm going to stick to what I've said, which is I'm going to have the families take everything that Mick West has, everything that the Corridor crew has, and now everything that the Lore Lodge has as well. They've had opportunities to come clean, to retract their false statements, to retract their fake debunks, and to apologize to the families. They have not done that. That's not on me. That's on them. Okay. I keep giving them opportunities and they keep doubling down over and over and over and over and over again. So once again, there won't be any apologies. I'm not going to be, when this is all over and said, done with, I won't be accepting apologies from people that want to come out and say, sorry, I treated you like a piece of shit, but now that it turns out that it's real, I'm sorry. I'm going to say, fuck you. Apology not accepted. Is that clear to everybody out there? So adjust your attitudes now ahead of time, before that. Start switching your opinions ahead of time. There we go. We are MH370X. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is show you the media silence image. So this was one thing I did about the media silence. And this image is the most important one right here. This is the one. This is the one that is the Pyromania VFX zip file from the archive that you see in the top. And I had missed something. And the thing that I had missed, people looked at this back when the debunk first appeared in August. And they said, well, it only goes back to 2017. That postdates the videos. And then debunkers, including Mick West, came in and said, no, we found it before then. So therefore, it doesn't matter that this wasn't uploaded until after the videos. That was their real argument. And we noticed this thing at the top, though, that it had been updated in January. And so we went, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened in January. And that was when we found out that the video had been uploaded on the UFO subreddit on January 13th, 2023. And we went, wait a minute, that's before that update had happened. So we went back and looked at the updates again. And we found out that those assets had all been updated on the archive on January 25th, just 12 days after this had reemerged. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys right now. Does that work? Oh, it doesn't switch over. Hold on. One second, guys. Oh, God. Going on to Reddit is going to be a pain in my ass. Hold on. So here it is. This is from January 12th. For some reason, when I hover over it, you guys can't see it. Or January 13th. January 13th, 2023 by Cuddles or something like that. There's a YouTube link to Ashley Berlitz's YouTube video here. This used to be downvoted to 0, but after it reemerged in August, people started coming back and upvoting it. So this used to be at 0, but it worked its way back up. And all the votes here have been changed now from where they were before. This is where we saw a bunch of people saying, oh, this is obviously fake as shit. This is distasteful as hell. These are most likely bots because these people are complete idiots. Look at this. Look how mad this would make people just looking at it. They wouldn't even look into it. These videos are 100% real. People like Dangerous Dak and some of these other assholes are either just straight up bots or they are complete idiots. Like someone here even pointed out the TikTok videos were just fake leaks as well. And then people disregarded them and they ended up being real, which should have been the real kicker. Because literally the 2017, 2018 FLIR videos, those were conclusively debunked for like 10 years. And then it came out and they ended up being real. And the debunkers never apologized for lying about that. They never said that they were wrong. They went back and tried to debunk them again. So expect more of the same with the MH370 videos. Even if Arrow comes out and says, yeah, those videos are declassified, they're real, The debunkers are going to still claim that they're fake. There's nothing that's going to change the debunker's mind. And the ultimate irony of that is they always ask me, what would convince you that the videos are fake? And I say, find the plane or find the hoaxer. For the debunkers, there's literally nothing that will convince them that the videos are real whatsoever. Mick West is totally brainwashed, completely delusional idiot. So are the rest of the debunkers out there. There's nothing that will convince them. And that's just the truth. Like, people say, are you insulting them? No, I'm just literally telling you the truth. They're the kind of like totally retarded people that have no mental or critical capabilities whatsoever to think clearly. And they're never gonna believe in objective reality. Doesn't matter how much evidence there is. We've already provided more evidence than needed that convince videos are real. So yeah. And somebody else pointed out, yeah, if you're not a conspiracy theorist at this point, then you're not thinking. Like, conspiracies have just been coming true pretty much nonstop for the last, several years at this point. Okay, so so this video comes out, and then all of a sudden, what we had also found out, the Pyromania VFX posted by Icyslide on August 19th, where they linked to was the same location where this had been updated on January 25th. Now, you might say, okay, well, Icyslide found that location, right? And so here's a link to that location. Now, it's already been updated when I clicked on it. This has been changed, guys. And I'll go and show you this in a minute. This bottom right square down here that I'm hovering over, hopefully you guys can see that. Oh, wait, you guys can't see this. Why can't you see this? Why can't you see this? Oh, I'm not sharing the right thing. Hold on. Let's try this. This bottom right square down here has been changed in the last 24 hours because we had caught absolute proof that this debunk was pre-planned back in January. So in January, there was no mention anywhere about this VFX matching, Pyromania thing, or anything like that. In fact, the videos reemerged in August 7th, August 7th. And it wasn't until August 19th that this debunk had reemerged. The debunk had been planned on the internet, ready to go. Okay, some donations. My channel, thank you very much. Susan Goes, Time Traveling Caucasian. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Yeah. And we'll show, I also have up here as well the direct link from the Icyslide. Icyslide claimed to remember an archived VFX shot which tied it to the video. So he just remembered this all of a sudden out of nowhere, which is pretty suspicious considering when we look at it, there's a falsified comparison in there. Now, we can prove this debunk was planted with intention to discredit the videos because there are fabricated images that include the literal comparison that Mick West used to claim the videos are fake. And I mean literal comparison. Like the literal side-by-side comparison that they used on one frame is actually on the archive as a fake image that is meant to appear like it's part of the assets. The only way that would be possible is if somebody pre-planted that out there, that debunk, to have it ready to go on January 25th, 2023. Now, since the upload in January predates the resurgence of the videos in August, we know that somebody planted it there to be found later. In addition to this, a fact check article came out, and I'm going to skip over this fact check stuff. This came out in March 23rd, 2023. This was posted by, there's a quote from a guy named Scott Brando. Actually, I'm going to go through this real quick as well. Scott Brando is a bot account that tries to debunk real videos, and we can prove that because we caught him with the bots posting his content. Not just on Twitter. We caught 3 other bots posting his content on Twitter, word for word. They even got the comma in the wrong spot on every single one, which is an exact replica. This does not happen unless it's a bot. I have people that convert my stuff into other languages, and you still can't find stuff like this. And I have 125,000 followers. UFO Interest is some loser that has like no followers. Not only that, but somebody even posted it on Reddit. Exact same word for word. This is literal disinformation that you're looking at here. This is bots pushing disinformation on the internet to try to make real videos go away. 100% proof right there. And he's quoted in the fact check article from France 24. Newsweek copies it. August 9th, 2 days after the videos reemerge, Newsweek copies the France 24 article, and they mess up and change NRL 33 to NRL 77. Neither of those is correct. The real one is NRL 22. Okay, so let's fast forward, guys. So today I'm like, oh, I want to go back and do a follow-up to clear this up for 100% proof that the Pyromania VFX debunk was fabricated. Just 100% proof. I wanted to clear it up. So I go in there, I pull the screenshots from Icyslide 7698, which, by the way, Icyslide is just a play on words for Intelligence Community Forum Slide, Icyslide. And forum sliding is a method of disinformation that you use to get people to stop looking at stuff that you don't want them to see. And this was the whole point of posting this debunk, was that there were so many people proving the videos were real. They were pushing so much disinformation out there to try to get the videos to go away. This was the one that finally caught on, that if you read the comments in the thread, it's people going, thank God this is over with. Thank God we don't have to look at this anymore. Like, it's straight up inorganic bot accounts for sure, pushing disinformation out there. Pretty crazy. Like, we are actually catching the disinformation apparatus in real time. Get ready for it. Chat feels good. Okay. Yeah, I've checked the user profile. It was a 1-day-old Reddit account. It had to get manual approval from the moderators. I called out the moderators of the UFO subreddit, and they ended up banning me every time I would post. And the UFO subreddit moderators are 100% corrupted. 100% corrupted. There was one that was in my DMs all the time. He was lying to me nonstop, making up excuses nonstop. His name was Cylon something or other 95. So if you see that guy, he's a piece of shit, and he's a debunker idiot as well. Basically, the UFO subreddit is 100% compromised disinformation. 100%. And they're the ones that allowed this 1-day-old Reddit account to post this fake debunk on their subreddit. I told them that I would call them out 9 months ago, and I would prove that they're full of shit. And now we're doing that right now today on March 16th, 2024. Also, the subreddit, Reddit in general, is implicated in the cover-up of these videos. Mick West is, for sure. And so here we go. So it posts this thing. The plain video has VFX used for the portal and is likely a hoax. The plain VFX elements used for the portal and is likely a hoax. The video effect is from an old video CD-ROM from the 90s. It can be found on archive.org website. Don't worry, we're going to go to that website in a second. It's titled Shockwave. The stills below are the best matches that I could find and is undeniable. Well, it's about to be very deniable. It's about to be very deniable, chat. So let's go ahead right now and prove that it doesn't match. This is how easy it was to prove that it doesn't match. So you can tell right away from the wording that this is a bad faith attempt here at disinformation, just from the wording, by them claiming that it's undeniable. Because when you just overlay them over the top of each other, you can tell 100% that they don't match. And you can tell that this was pushed on the internet and it was prepared ahead of time because it was close enough that it would fool morons. It would even fool people like Joe Rogan. It fooled, people like everybody who's on the Corridor crew all got fooled by this. You can tell, no doubt, 100%, undeniable, this is not a match. Certain dots aren't in the right spot. We can tell up over here, this doesn't even line up. This is the best possible match based on the big dot right here. This big dot is in the right spot. Everything else doesn't line up. Edges doesn't line up. The middle is completely different. It cuts off over here on the window here as well. So obviously what somebody did here was that they found a blast wave that was similar, and then they resized it, and then they tried to pretend and lie to people like it was a match. And when you watch the Lore Lodge, those fucking idiot kids, when you watch them do their comparison, what they literally do is they superimpose it over the top of it, and then they darken it. And that way, that's how they get the middle to look the same, because they know it doesn't match. They're 100% liars. The Lore Lodges are liars. No one should listen to anything they do. It's most likely, most of their content is probably fraudulent content. And if they're lying about this, then they're probably lying about everything else. These people claim that they're like solving murders and other stupid ass shit out there. The Lore Lodges are frauds. I want that on the record. They pushed a fake debunk, objectively pushed a fake debunk to lie to people. And this type of stuff, like, there will be consequences for it, 100%. So you can see right here, no doubt this does not match. This is the only frame that's even similar, okay? That's the only frame that's similar. And that frame objectively doesn't match. So there's no argument about it. It objectively does not match. The middle isn't even the same, even close. The edges don't match. That's not a debate. That's just a straight up fact. So then when you take the full comparison and put it over the top, it's even worse. So this is the frame right here that's the best possible match, this one right here. And it doesn't match. You can see clearly it doesn't match. This is the only frame that's even close. When you take the whole asset, the one that this guy's talking about, the shockwave.move here, it's not even close to matching. There is no doubt this is not in the MH370 video. Literally impossible. Does not even look remotely the same. Okay? So we've addressed the fact that this A, even if you want to say, like, it doesn't matter where it came from, whatever, it just doesn't, it's not in there. It's clearly not in the MH370 video. It's not even the same kind of event. It doesn't have the same number of frames. The rest of it's not even close to the same. When you try to line it up the best possible way, it's not even close. So there you go. Yeah, and the middle, again, is totally different. Totally different. So let's go back to this. And it feels bad that Joe Rogan was fooled by this, as well as many other people, but I don't blame them because disinformation is very powerful, especially when you don't want to believe something's true. When you don't want to believe something's true, then it's very easy for disinformation to get you. Okay, so now here's the thing as well. Now, look, they took and they prepared the exact frame that Mick West used. The one frame that we just saw compared to this one down here. Now, it's not even side by side. It's not even side by side. Now, why is that going to be important? I have nothing to do with the making of the plane video. The portal effect seemed familiar, and I began to search, and this is the product of the search. So a one-day-old Reddit account doesn't explain how they found it. They just happen to find this. Well, where did they find it? And let's go back. You see the time at the top here, right? So the time at the top of the screen is 10:28 a.m. CDT, which I think is Central Time. 10:20 in the morning. Somebody posts this. Let's go to the next picture. Well, look at this. This is Mick West from his own website, Metabunk, where there was a thread about this because they were desperately trying to prove the videos were fake. The funny part is this is on page like 19 of the website. Here's the website right here. Here's the website. August 10th, they started a thread up. That was from August 19th. So for 9 days, there's like 17 pages of them trying to debunk the videos. Every time they tried to debunk the videos on this website, they just proved the videos were more and more real. They were trying to debunk the smoke, and the smoke ended up being real. Oh, wait, why is this not showing up again? What the hell? Here we go. Here's the website. They were trying to debunk the videos. You have to go to like page, like I said, 16 or 17 to find Mick West thing. They even have the NRL 22 right here as well. Literally every single thing, and they even have the NRL 33 on the first page. Everything they tried to debunk ended up being real. And this is why they had given up, actually. And then August 19th, they were so desperate. All of a sudden, the Pyromania VFX appears out of nowhere on August 19th. After a week and a half of like 10 days of every Redditor proving beyond a doubt these videos are real, all of a sudden this fake debunk comes up. So let's see what it says. Redditors argued on the archive.org Pyromania CD images were uploaded too recently, so it must be fake. So within 3 hours, 1:15 p.m., once again here, we can see 10:20 a.m., 1:15 p.m. Less than 3 hours later, Mick West was already all over it. And he had already seen the counter arguments, which had been posted later. So the people had to react to the original. People were posting the original. Well, we looked at the archive, and the archive doesn't say that it was updated. The archive says the latest went back to was 2017. And he goes, well, that's okay because I already somehow found an obscure YouTube video. This obscure YouTube video here, Killing Time full play in 1 hour from a 1995 3DO video game. So he's also the only one, the first one with his real name tied to this, other than the Icyslide one-day-old Reddit account, that claimed to find this asset. Now, you got to go like 55 minutes, 58 minutes into this video. It's like an hour and 30-minute long video to find the part where you have this asset. You cannot reverse image search back to a video. Reverse image search only goes back to images and stills. So Mick West seems to have lied to the people that were asking him about this. Let me see if there's any update. It looks like Mick West lied because he told somebody, I'm looking at the screenshots of conversations with Mick West right now. He says he did a reverse image search. Well, you literally cannot reverse. Can you guys correct me if I'm wrong in the chat? Can you reverse image search back to YouTube videos? He found this within 3 hours. Obscure video. This ties Mick West directly to the debunk. The only way this is possible is Mick West knew about the debunk before it got posted on Reddit. This ties him to Icyslide that's out there. Not just that. So Ray Tracer just pointed out, no, you cannot reverse image search back to videos. So Mick West is already lying about his excuses now. I have the screenshots if necessary. I will post them on the internet of Mick West claiming that he found this via reverse image search, which that's an objective lie as well. You cannot reverse image search back to videos. He's a lying piece of shit. He's been caught lying about 3 debunks. He's still lying right now. You guys need to be pressuring Mick West for a public statement about this. I want to know what Mick West's connection is to Icyslide. I want to know if he knew the debunk was going to get posted on Reddit before it got posted, because 3 hours is not enough time to be finding a random 3DO killing time video game with an hour and 30-minute playthrough and getting to the 50th minute in it to find the asset. And then I want to know whether or not, what was my third question? Yeah, and I want to know if, the minute by minute on how he found this video, because obviously it was not a reverse image search. So let's get a real answer from Mick West. Let's get the truth from Mick West. It's starting to get pretty crazy. Yeah, there's no reason to use a 90-game video game asset when you could just create a blast effect. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Not to mention it requires a 3D render, so you're not going to use a 2D 90s video game effect. You would use a 3D effect that you would produce because you need to get it from 2 different angles for 2 videos to line up. By the way, both MH370 videos line up in perfect synchronization. This requires a full 3D render. We have 3D lighting, 2 videos from 2 different perspectives. We have 3D volumetric clouds. Clouds are actually almost impossible to render in 3D environment as well. That's the reason why the debunkers don't want to admit it requires a 3D render, because if they had to admit it required a 3D render, then they would have to admit that there's no way the videos can be fake. The MH370 videos are 100% real. There's no denying it. They're real. The people that don't understand that are just copying like crazy. Okay, now here's the real kicker, guys. This is the death blow. This is where we caught them. We caught them red-handed. So yesterday, this is a screenshot from yesterday that I went there and I pulled up that Wave Rider uploaded this January 25th, 2023. That's literally on the archive. It says that's when it was uploaded. Okay. Now, when you look in the bottom here, what do you see? Fabricated image of MH370 drone endothermic event on the left. And look, you see the comparison that Icyslide used, but he didn't do it left and right. His doesn't even match that. If we go back to the Icyslide, look at this. They're 2 separate images in Icyslides. I would maybe be able to argue if he put it left and right, if he just literally screenshotted this, right here, then I could argue that maybe he just found it like that. But no, he's comparing them side by side. Icyslide is implicated in the fake VFX. Icyslide knew where to find this, knew that it was planted out there, and then fabricated the comparison. Now, here was the problem. So I pointed out, well, this was like, they literally added this into this set of, like, this is all the Pyromania assets, these explosions that you see here. They added it in here to confuse people to think that it was part of the assets. But the problem is you can see the tail sticking out of the plane right here. We can see the tail of the plane sticking out of the endothermic event. So we know this is from the real video. This is from the real video. Right here. The fact that the real video is inserted to make it look like it's part of the asset is proof of fabrication. That's the definition of falsification. But it gets better. It gets even better, chat. So let's read this out. And before I get to the coup de grace here. So I already said the stuff about Mick West, his website. I reported on this yesterday. Icyslide posted the debunk August 19th at 10:20 a.m., which includes the comparison that was in the image fabrications available on the archive. So he had linked to this, which had this down in here. That was what Icyslide linked to in his Reddit post right here. This link right here went to this location where you could find this image. And that we know that image was uploaded January 25th, 2023, 8 months before August 19th. Then Mick West was arguing that, oh, well, it looked like it was uploaded in January of 2023, or it looked like it was uploaded. If you look back at those dates, you can see that maybe it was 2017 or sometime beforehand. So he went back and tried to find that the asset predates that, which is irrelevant. The asset doesn't match. It doesn't matter how long it goes back. But 3 hours later implies that Mick West must have known the debunk was going to drop. He was already ready to go with counter arguments less than 3 hours later and a full 1.5 hour YouTube video that cannot be reverse image searched. So, and then I went there and I was going to go back and make this post. So I went ahead and I was like, I'm going to go look myself again at the assets. So I went back here and look. This is the link right here. This is the Pyromania sighting. There it is. Wave Rider updated January 25, 2023. There it is. You guys see it right here. You can see it. I went to the top and I was like, wait a minute. It's not there anymore. I thought I was going crazy. I started scrolling through this and I'm like, wait, why is it not there anymore? Somebody removed it. Somebody removed the MH370 comparison from this image that you guys are staring at right here in the last 24 hours. We're on the archive. This is archive.org. We're looking at the Internet Archive. Somebody removed it from the Internet Archive in the last 24 hours. Why would someone need to do that? Why, after I made a post about it just 1 day ago, 22 hours ago, I made a post about 22 hours ago. Here it is right here. You can see it right there in the bottom left or bottom right. There it is. This is totally wild. They got caught red-handed. It's so lucky that I noticed this fast. I was just like, I want to do a follow-up. So I started pulling the evidence together. I go to the website and I notice it's just gone. It's not there anymore. What the hell? Because they realized that the fact that it was there on January 25th, 2023 proves that it predates the debunk, proves that somebody set it up there. Not just set up like, this wasn't like a random image from the drone video. This is the one that was literally used by Mick West, by the Corridor crew, and the Lore Lodge to claim that they're perfect matches. Remember, I'm on record for months and months and months, dozens of podcasts saying that they've only matched one frame together. That is the frame. This is the frame. This is the one frame that all the debunkers have used to match, and it was already out there in January of 2023. This also means that they're watching us, that they're watching very closely. Somebody is watching what I'm posting on the internet, and they realized it, and they panicked. They panicked. They went, holy shit, he caught us. He caught us falsifying the debunk, putting it on the Wayback Machine, that it was already out there in January of 2023. They panicked. And so what did they do? They removed it. Asset changed sometime between 5/15/24 and 5/16/24. Probably last night is when they changed it. Sometime last night, they went ahead and they pulled it out and they changed it. They removed the asset out of there because we had caught them red-handed. And they thought, oh, well, other people are going to look back at it and it won't be there anymore and they just won't put the pieces together. But because I had just wrote a post about it 1 day ago, just 1 day ago I posted this, we had 100% proof that they pulled it out. They literally changed the Wayback Machine. They pulled the asset out from there. They made it go away so that people wouldn't realize. So there's more, guys. They just, yeah, it's just gone. It's just gone now. I was like, wait a minute. So I was freaking out. I was like, wait, is there proof that it used to be the way that it was? Yeah, this shit is insane for real, guys. Nobody goes to these lengths unless the videos are real. You don't go to debunking fake videos. You don't go to these lengths. setting up fake debunks, having them out there on the internet 8 months before, and then having all your assets like Mick West, Corridor Crew, Lore Lodge, all these YouTubers, Danny Jones, deploying all the assets to make the videos go away, all using this debunk, this comparison that we're staring at right now. They all use this. You don't go to these lengths unless you're hiding a real video. This is intelligence community shit. Now, I'm not saying that Mick West is intelligence community or the Lore Lodge are. I think they're probably just useful idiots for the intelligence community. That's my true opinion. But they're still implicated. But yes, that is the final nail in the coffin for the Pyromania VFX. We showed it doesn't match. Doesn't even match on the one frame that you see here. And we showed that it's not even similar when you take the whole asset. 100% proof. Mick West needs to issue a public statement about why he was pushing a fabricated debunk that dates back to January 25th, 2023. Mick West needs to issue a public statement. He needs to issue an apology as soon as possible. He needs to call his lawyer up. Mick West needs to call his lawyer up right away. Mick West, if you're out there, call your lawyer up. You need to watch this full stream. This is all the evidence. Have your lawyer watch it. Issue a formal statement of apology to the MH370 victims. Say that you were wrong about the videos being fake. Retract everything that you've ever said. Delete your YouTube video where you're debunking it with fake debunks. That's the best thing you can do. Every time I give people the best advice they're ever going to hear, nobody takes it, and it always backfires on them. So once again, Mick, this is me giving you honest advice, buddy. Delete your YouTube video. Come out tonight with a formal statement of apology. Say that you were wrong when you debunked the videos, that you apologize for pushing fake debunks, and that you apologize to the families for lying about what happened to 239 people. This is way different than some UFO videos. This is 239 people that were disappeared. And we have it on 2 videos. Now, so then I followed up and said, can somebody please do technical analysis on this Wayback Archive to see how someone changed the asset since yesterday? It looks like we can catch them red-handed. Either they can manipulate the Internet Archives or some other shenanigans is afoot. So I was like, what the hell? How did they pull this off? Because I thought I was going crazy. I was like, wait a minute. This did not look like this yesterday. And I'm so glad that I looked at this today. Because can you imagine if I hadn't looked at this in like a week or two? If I hadn't looked at that archive for a week or two, then they might have been some plausible deniability. But I caught them in under 24 hours. Oh, and thank you, Steve. Faraday cage yet? No, guys. Guys, if I go down, guys, you guys take up. 10 of you will rise up in my place like the Hydra if I go down. I believe in you. Corey, thank you. Bye-bye, Mick West. He says, yeah, Mick West's career is over. This is the end of Mick West. Anybody that still gives Mick West credit after this, they themselves have no credit. Why are there like 5 things? Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened here. Oh, these were all my failed broadcasts. Can I just delete these? Jesus, what was this? Hopefully, guys, hopefully that doesn't delete my broadcast. Let's see. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, great. Okay. So this then immediately, JK Philly fan. JK Philly fan didn't even need 5 minutes, guys. JK Philly fan and Steve, thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was because of all the restarts. So JK Philly fan in 5 minutes pulls up the archive. Boom. There's the record right there, chat. May 16th, 21:31. So I don't know what time zone this was in that we see here, but obviously this had to have happened in the last day. So whatever time zone they're using, I have no idea. My guess is like there's some kind of like near the day time, because you can see the timestamp on when I posted this and we checked. So there's less than a 20-hour window. They literally changed that asset. Some Pyromania sightings. That's the one right there. That's the one right there. 1.9 megabyte file. May 16th. Caught them red-handed changing it. You can tell the last update date is January 25th. So there's not even any, they can't make any counter arguments because the last update before this was January 2023. They went and changed the thing in the background yesterday. And the last update before that was January. So this is 100% proof of everything that I've been saying. That debunk was already out there. It was out there on the thumbnail in January 2023, 8 months before it was picked up by Icyslide and pushed by Icyslide to ban all discussion of the videos, picked up by Mick West to fraudulently claim that the videos were fake, that it was then picked up by the Corridor crew, Lore Lodge, Danny Jones, all these other people, that they all used it to claim the videos were fake, is a 100% fabricated fake debunk that goes back to January of 2023. It was pre-planned, no doubt. That there's no possible way that image could be out there on the archive back in January unless it was pre-planned. That's the only explanation. Once again, here it is, January 2023. There is the fabricated comparison. They added it in to the JPEG. And then they removed it. We caught them red-handed, caught them removing it out of there to cover the tracks because they saw my post and they realized that they got caught. And when they saw my post and they realized they got caught and they realized they knew what it meant, they went through and they removed it. Now, some people ask, well, who can change this? Here it is again on the actual website right now, archive.org. This is the Internet Archive. They changed the Internet Archive. And only the uploader can change it. Only the uploader. So either the intelligence community has the ability to change the archive, or this person, Wave Rider 3000, whoever that is, they changed it. It's the only people. So somebody saw it. Somebody saw my post. Somebody freaked out, realized they were caught, and they went and they changed the asset and removed it out of there so that people wouldn't see it in the future. And they probably thought that, we wouldn't recognize for a while, and that maybe we'd recognize like a month from now or weeks from now, and that there would be some kind of plausible deniability about it. They would say, no, it never looked like that or whatever. But we caught them in under 1 day. There it is. 100% proof that the VFX comparison was fabricated. 100% undeniable proof that it was pre-planned back in January of 2023 to be used in August to make the videos go away. They even went as far as to add it to the thumbnail, add it to this image, which they shouldn't have done. If they just hadn't added this comparison to this image here, they probably would have got away with it. But they went ahead and they added it here. There's no record of this debunk ever being used before August. So there's nobody can claim that somebody used it to debunk before that. It 100% had to have been planned for the future, just in case somebody in the future caught onto the videos being legitimate. So because we are always wondered, how did they find this asset, right? The big question that everybody always wondered about the Pyromania asset is, how did they find this asset that's so similar to the videos? That's so weird. How did they find that? And that's the answer. They didn't find it. It was pre-planned. It was already out there the whole time. We had speculated maybe they used some kind of search engine to find one that was similar. And it wasn't even just that. It was already out there in January. They already had it pre-planned, ready to go. That's how they found it so quickly, because it was 100% pre-planned. Crazy, right? This does not match. The middle is not even close to the same. Not even close. There's no moving this around, or no matter how much you reshade the middle, because they're like, oh, you just changed the shading around. No, you reshade the middle. It's still not even close to the same. And the funny part is they cover it up, and what they do is they draw lines and do these boxes to like confuse you, but they never show you a direct overlay like I'm showing you right now. And this goes to show you the debunkers are 100% bad faith. I don't know if they're intelligence community or what, but every debunker out there is lying to you. The fact that they're willing to lie to you about something like this tells you shouldn't listen to anything they say. I would never lie to you guys. Never. I've always been honest, and I've been objective about all of my analysis. I've even been truthful about my opinions about where I think the stuff comes from. What we're looking at right here does not match, and this is only on one frame. This is how disinformation works, guys. This is how disinformation works. They plant fake debunks ahead of time for real videos in case they were ever to come out. And then they get all their assets like Mick West and various YouTubers that they have under their thumb to come out there and make videos to their millions of followers to convince people that, the sky is green when the sky is actually blue. They go, no, the sky's clearly green. Ha 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 ha. And you're like, wait, no, I'm looking at it. It's not green. It doesn't match. There it is. I'm looking at it right there. And they go, no, your eyes. You don't believe your eyes. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you see. They just changed it all around. And then you go, well, nobody's ever changed it all around like that before. This asset's been used in 5 different places minimum. It's never been changed the way you're claiming. And they go, well, yeah, ignore it, right? Sky is purple kind of stuff. Yeah, Emperor has no clothes. It really is like Emperor has no clothes situation. Totally wild, guys. So the question to me now at this point is, can the Wayback Machine be manipulated? Because if the Wayback Machine can be manipulated, like we just saw, then we already had ruled out a 2D cloud picture, and the only debunk even remotely left, and we've already refuted the 2D cloud picture, is that 2D cloud picture. But if you can manipulate the Wayback Machine, then there's no chance that 2D cloud picture has no credibility whatsoever. It already doesn't have any credibility, but it completely kills the 2D cloud picture as well. So the best part about us catching them here is that if they can manipulate the Wayback Machine like this, then that means the Wayback Machine on the 2D cloud picture only goes back to 2016. Doesn't even go back to 2014. But if they can manipulate that and change the image retroactively, like we just saw right there, then that means that picture might not even go back to 2016. That picture might have been planted back in December. They might have used AI in 2023 and changed the picture from what it used to be to a new AI picture that includes the clouds from the real MH370 video. Scary stuff. Now, I want to point out a few things about the cloud picture. Is there anything else we need to touch on this as well? So I'm just looking through this. Let me look through my assets. So we got that. Oh, okay. Yep. One more thing. I missed one thing, guys. Closing this. Okay, so we have a little bit more evidence that we have to go through here because we have to be 100% lockstep on this. This needs to be just straight up absolute proof. So this is once again Metabunk website. This is Metabunk's website. This is Mick West owns this website. This is Mick West's website. He owns this website. He runs this website. He pays for this website. Mick West is responsible for whatever is posted on this website. This is why Mick West needs to be calling his lawyer up right now because he's in big trouble. Big trouble. Here it is right here. Pyromania Effect CDs. Where does it go back to? It goes back to what we were just looking at. Their link is directly to what I was just looking at. There it is. One more time for the people in the back. Mick West, Metabunk link, their source, the source of their VFX is what I just showed you. There can be no denying it whatsoever. They sourced the exact fabricated debunk that we just posted and we just proved was fake. We proved it's fake. Mick West link goes back to it. It even goes back to the new version right there where the drone endothermic event is no longer in it. There's the link. That's what they're sourcing. That's what they're sourcing on the Pyromania VFX. That is literally Mick West's source right there. And we have him on the record in his own forum on August 19th, claiming to be the one that found it on some Killing Time video game. Right? So 100% Mick West is implicated. It's linked on his website directly in there. That's a link to it. And yeah. So beyond any shadow of a doubt, he is related to this. He's linked to it. We've caught them in 4K, modifying the archive in retrospect after getting caught on it. And Mick West needs to issue a public statement as soon as possible. I know he's seen it. I've seen the messages of people messaging him about it. He knows it's out there. The longer it takes Mick West to respond, the more guilty he is in this. He better be apologizing and retracting his debunk that's out there. I'm going to be coming down hard on him. Hard on him. Every single podcast I go to, I'm going to be mentioning that they fabricated a fake VFX debunk, and I have all the evidence to prove it. 100% undeniable. And Chad from the Investigator says, I did reach out to him for a comment, so he knows about it. We're waiting for Mick West to weigh in on this, guys. He's going to be scared because he should hopefully he's watching this video to see how much evidence we have against this fake debunk. We've caught him red-handed. There it is. And just in case, guys, just in case anyone were to say, I'll get the sound up here. You know where it's going here. Oh, no, it didn't used to look like that or whatever. Well, here's my live stream from 2 days ago, guys. Ashton Forbes live stream 2 days ago. You know what's coming, chat. You know what's coming. We have it live streamed, guys. We have it live streamed so that there can be no denying it whatsoever. Thank God I live stream every night. People wonder why I live stream, guys. This is why I live stream, guys. This is why I live stream, chat, because I want to make sure there's no denying it. They can't say that it didn't used to look like that. We have them 100% caught. Here is actual. This is, remember what I just showed you guys, the update? This was the update here from, this was a screenshot that we took before that goes and shows that it was updated on January 25th. Now let's click through this and watch. Okay, here is the upload. We have the archive upload here as well. You can see right here, Wave Rider uploaded by Wave Rider on January 25th, 2023. So this is 12 days after that video had emerged. We looked at the data right here. There it is right there. Updated January 25th, 2023. It looks like somebody updated it 3 days also. These are the assets in the zip file. Somebody updated the assets in the zip file 3 days after that video emerged. That's pretty amazing that somebody posted this on Reddit. And all of a sudden, somebody had the Pyromania VFX getting posted onto the internet. Now, not just that, I'm going to show you how they objectively fabricated this. Okay, so we can see here's the metadata related to it, updated on January 25th. And then look at the image. The image actually they literally took some of the assets from the MH370. The best ones here down the bottom right. This right here is the actual. I want to point out, guys, this is the literal archive website that we're on right here in the background. So this wasn't a screenshot that I was looking at. I was on the website 2 days ago, proving beyond a doubt that this is what it used to look like. So nobody can deny that it didn't used to look like this. We actually have it recorded on a live stream just 2 days ago with the actual drone zap in it right there, guys. I'm going to switch over just to show you guys how badly we caught them. Whoever did this, the intelligence community, whoever, they did the biggest mistake they've ever made in the history of this investigation. They just went and basically proved that the videos are real to us. They destroyed all the debunks in one go, especially the most prominent one that all of these fake YouTubers have been pushing. I'm actually going to go to the end part here for you guys where it's super slow-mo. Boom! There it is, chat. There it is. The real drone video. That's the zap. You can see the tail sticking out of the plane. And that is what they put right there in the bottom left, bottom right down here of this image. They literally have it sticking out right there. They added it in here. Someone did this back in January, 8 months before the VFX was supposedly found. It was already out there, ready to go. You can even see the tail. If you look closely, you can see the tail sticking out of it. Holy crap, chat. And the best part is they have the actual frame that Mick West used to debunk the videos right next to it. So we know beyond any doubt what their intention was. Their intention was to claim later on, 8 months later, that these two were the same when we know objectively that they're not the same. I showed you guys the comparison. I showed you the direct overlay. They're not the same. This is 100% proof that this is a fabricated fake debunk that was pre-planned ahead of time to trick people into thinking that it was used in the MH370 video. Crazy, right? Yeah, it even proves their intentions. That's the best part. What we see here, this is why they panicked and they removed it, because this proves their intentions because they have it side by side. It proves the intentions. If it was just like a random screenshot from the drone video, then it wouldn't prove their intentions. It would just prove that somebody saw it and they did something weird. This proves the exact intentions. This was the exact comparison used to debunk the videos in August. Straight up, mic drop. Boom. This was the best possible thing that could ever have happened to the case. Best possible thing. 100% shows that there are people out there acting in bad faith with a lot of access and dark intentions to try to make the videos go away. When have you guys ever heard of somebody trying to debunk a fake video to this level of degree? Never. Never. The videos are real. The government's trying to hide them. The best part is we've already proven the science in the videos is real too. The government's trying to hide technology, probably from our adversaries and maybe the world, that nobody knows about. Yeah, and how was the archive changed as well? I want to know more about that. How the hell did they change the Internet Archive? Apparently you can change the Internet Archive. Yeah, if Mick West doesn't retract all of his fake debunks. I am on every single podcast I go on. I'm going on 2 tomorrow. I am going to talk about this nonstop. Every single podcast from here on out, I'm going to just play this clip, honestly, and show them that exactly the intentions that were out there. There are people fabricating fake debunks. The number one fake debunk that people used, not only does it not match, but it was pre-planned ahead of time 8 months beforehand at a minimum. Image from the drone video. You can see the tail of the plane sticking out right here. This one on the right is the one snapshot that they've tried to argue is a perfect match to what we see on the left. And I showed you guys the perfect overlay. So you can tell right here, this is proof right here that somebody was preparing this debunk in January of 2023 to be used against the videos. You're looking at the absolute proof of that right here. So we can actually even figure out where this came from. I'm just going to let this play. And they pulled this out of their ass because they had it prepared, ready to go. And then this was used to trick people like Joe Rogan into thinking that the videos were fake. So let me pull up. I'm going to switch over to my other share screen real quick to show you. This is exactly what they did. So then what they did, you can see that this is the real one. This is the real one on the left. This is the fake asset. They used this, and this is obviously doesn't match. Like you can see where the dot has been perfectly lined up right here. It means that the edge doesn't match at all. There's no way to make this a better fit than what we see right here. This is the best possible fit that there is. I don't know why the Lore Lodge uses a fabricated comparison, but their comparison is not the real asset to the MH370 video. So what you see right here is they literally took the real, where is it? They took the real MH370 video and they inserted the frame from it to make it look like it was part of this Pyromania asset. Here it is. There it is right there. Oh, crap. Why is this all weird? It's weird that it played right there. Yep, there it is right there, chat. Booyah. That's what they inserted. They took this screenshot. They had this prepared back in January. Incredible. There it is. Oh, I see it auto plays. Back in January 25th, 2023, 8 months before this investigation ever began. And Mick West is the one that claimed to find it in an hour-long YouTube video in less than a couple hours after a one-day-old Reddit account posted on Reddit to ban the videos from being discussed anymore on the Reddit. Pretty incredible, right? And this one right here, yeah, so if you just showed up, if you just showed up and just saw that and just had your mind blown, yes, your eyes are seeing correctly. We just proved beyond any shadow of a doubt that the VFX comparison was 100% fabricated and 100% planned and put on the internet to be found later on, going back on January of 2023. That's almost a year and a half ago. That it was ready to go so that somebody, a one-day-old Reddit account, found it in August, on August 19th. So a one-day-old Reddit account that had to get manual permission to post by the moderators found it on August 19th and claimed that it proved the videos were fake. Never mentioned the fact that it's sitting there in the image from January 19th. Don't you think that'd be a pretty important thing to point out? If you randomly find that, don't you think you'd be like, hey, I was searching around and I see this thumbnail and it has this comparison in it. They don't even mention that. They don't even mention that. Nobody's ever mentioned that. I'm the first person to bring that up today. It's May 16th, 2024. And Mick West uses it. He doesn't mention it ever either. Nobody mentions it until I bring it up yesterday and mention the fact that this has been sitting out there because I went back and looked at the dates. And I went, wait a minute, this goes back to January. It hasn't been updated since January of 2023. And then what happens? Somebody jumps in and removes it the next day. This is like you get caught shooting someone on video as murdering someone, and then you realize that there's some evidence in the background that you're like, oh shit, I should have got rid of that. I forgot to get rid of that evidence. And so you go back to the scene of the crime and then you remove it. That's what this is. This is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I can't believe we caught them like this. Biggest mistake the intelligence community or whoever has been trying to hide these videos they've ever made in their lives. Biggest mistake ever. Because not only does this completely 100% prove the VFX debunk is fake and fabricated and pre-planned, but now it casts doubt as well on the whole cloud picture bullshit, which there already can't be a cloud picture, guys. But now it begs doubt is like, were they able to manipulate the Wayback Machine on an image on that as well? Because apparently they can manipulate images on the Wayback Machine. We just watched them do it. So does that mean that they took a different picture before and they AI'd a new picture with the satellite clouds in it and they replaced the old one to make it look like it's older than it was? Is that why a 6-day-old Reddit account claimed to magically use their mind powers to pick out a cloud picture out of the hundreds and hundreds and thousands of cloud pictures out there and be like, oh, that's the cloud picture? And they say they found it in 20 minutes? Everything's starting to get super sketch around this stuff, guys. Crazy, huh? Whew, this is wild, chat. Wild. So here's the other thing too, guys. So we have already found the science as well. So not only did we find the fabricated debunk attempts that were out there, we found how the science of the real videos works. We found Thomas Bearden talking about scalar physics, talking about cold explosions and being able to extract energy using scalar interferometry. That's exactly what we see happening in the videos. I have CIA papers, Defense Intelligence Agency papers, all explaining what we see in these papers, or in these videos. We have all these papers saying exactly what we're seeing in these videos. Of course these videos are real. This is real government technology. That's why they have all these papers out there. That's why Thomas Beard has been talking about it for 40 years. Because this is the real technology. People wonder, like, the government's hiding some technology from us. Yeah, you're looking at it. You're staring at it in 2 videos. Everyone goes, I'm so tired of looking at lights floating around in the sky. Yeah, well, here you go. We got real videos for you in the super high quality filmed by government assets that nobody knew about. We've proven as well that this is what satellite footage looks like. This is what the capabilities are. This is actually, from a technical perspective, consistent with real satellite capabilities. This is the SIBRS system. It's the SIBRS, Space-Based Infrared System. It's a ground-based computer system. We also found a document that I haven't even pulled out there yet that makes it look like they can take this signals intelligence and they can build projects. So they can like just pick a location, build a project, and then pick a time, and it'll build back out whatever was there at that time. And then they can do this kind of tracking that you see. This is why they're not looking through a satellite like that. It's just got the satellite scanning the whole world all the time. And then they can run operations based on that. That's what we're looking at right here. A ground-based computer system that creates this. Crazy, man. And we know they're real because there's never been 2 fake videos that are in perfect synchronization like this from 2 different angles. That's not a thing that exists. There's no such thing as fake videos that look like this, that have 2 different perspectives. Like, it should have been obvious. There shouldn't really have ever been this much debate over whether or not the videos are real. We can see real volumetric clouds in super high detail in the background. These volumetric clouds are practically impossible to create, even now in 2024. In 2014, they were literally impossible. You can see there's real 3D dynamic parallax in this video. You can see that the operator is struggling to keep the plane in view. We know this is some kind of like, what is it, the MX25? I forget what it's called. We found the camera too. We really found the camera that's used for this. And it includes color video. It includes the same manual tracking that we see. It has all the exact capabilities. There's no way that these videos would be fake with all these details, guys. If these videos were fake, this is better work than the best studios that make the best movies out there. And you only have a 70-day window, less than 70 days, because you got to produce it. You got to make a storyboard. There's no way, guys. This is the real deal. You're looking at it. This is what really happened to MH370. Anyone saying otherwise is just living in denial at this point. Yeah, and I like to show the videos. I'm probably going to show the videos like all the time from now on because people really just need to see how, yeah, Westcam, there it is. That's the name of the camera. They need to see how realistic this is. It's ridiculously realistic. There's just no way that they faked all these details. This is like taking a real video and then having somebody try to play that it's fake, which you could say now because you have AI in 2024. But these videos are from 2014, 10 years ago. Predates AI, commercial deepfake stuff by, I don't know, 7, 8 years. Yeah, this is the most beautiful weapon ever. In fact, I'm going to show you guys the other beautiful video. And it's not, I don't really like saying beautiful when we're talking about maybe 239 people died. Like, we don't even know what happened to these people. I like to think that they're alive, but look at what we're looking at. These people just got zapped away. Here's a slow-mo. The best part is that we're looking at anti-gravity technology. If the debunkers had been serious, they would have been helping us try to solve this case from the beginning, because they could have helped us prove the videos were real. Instead, they've been sitting out here trying to make the videos go away. Super dishonest. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, though. Wow. Incredible. What we're looking at there, chat, is literally a wormhole, a real wormhole. We live in a holographic universe that's a rip in space-time, and it corrects right away because that's how the universe works. That's why we don't see the ether all the time, because you have to like rip it away through high energy electromagnetic fields, rip it away, and then it closes back up practically instantly. That's why we don't see the ether, but we know it exists because dark energy explains dark energy. And this is going to lead to free energy, which you might argue this is why they're covering it up. This is why they maybe have covered it up for 40, 60, I don't even know how long. Decades, many, many decades. This technology has been covered up for decades. This is not the situation where this technology that's not their first go at this technology. Great question by All Joey. How long do you think they've had this tech? I think this might go all the way back to 1943 with the Philadelphia experiment. It wouldn't surprise me if Oppenheimer knew we could do stuff like this. I don't think he knew about floaty orbs, but I think that they started with like radio towers, like antennas shooting up. And then I think we moved to satellites shooting down. This is also directed energy weapons as well. And then the floaty orb stuff, my guess is probably 20 years, early 2000s, probably. This is why UFO sightings have gone up so much recently. UFO sightings have been increasing because now we've got floaty orbs floating around there. This is why the government's literally saying that there are technology. You listen to Kirkpatrick and these AARO people, and they're going, it's our technology. They literally just say it. It is our technology. We're looking at it in these videos. It's our technology. Doesn't mean that there's not aliens, but it just means that most of the stuff that people are seeing floating around doing weird stuff is our technology. It might be Russia's or China's. You know, if we had this 10 years ago in 2014, Russia and China have definitely caught up. Have you guys looked up semiconductors? There is a literal economic war going on right now between the United States and China. China just invested $140 billion in the semiconductor industry. If you guys want to make money, put your money into semiconductor stocks. This is not official. This is not advice for stock advice if the SEC is watching. I'm just saying, look at the price of semiconductors. This technology uses semiconductors. This is the reason why semiconductor stocks, because everybody's fighting for control over this technology. Semiconductors, plasma physics. Those are the secrets of this technology. That's how you can create situations where you can achieve these energy densities that you need to rip away the fabric of reality and produce a wormhole. Crazy, right? Yeah, semiconductor stocks are going nuts, guys. And quick disclaimer, I'm going to show you guys this. I've been invested in, Freescale Semiconductors, the one with these people on board the plane, they became NXP Semiconductors back in 2015. I invested a pretty sizable amount of money in this company back in end of October, early November. And I told people that. I'm on record on stream saying that I did that. I told people it's not stock advice, but I just wanted people to know that I've invested in this company. I have never pushed this company on anybody before. I'm not trying to promote it. I'm not trying to pump the stock or anything like that. All I'm telling you people is I want to give you, I don't have inside information. I just know semiconductors allow this technology to work. Therefore, it's a smart investment to be in technology that can create fucking magical portals and wormholes. You know, if you got technology that can create a wormhole that can teleport a plane, that's where I want to be investing my money. So that's my impetus to invest in them. I didn't have any inside information about anything that this company was doing. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's look in the last year, see how this company's stock is doing. I just want to take a look, see how they're doing here. Oh, Look at that. It's up 60% almost in the last year. Hell, if you got in down here in November, which is October 30th, pretty similar when I got in, that was $170 what the stock was worth at the lowest. It's now $270. That's a huge increase, guys. Now, let's look at another one. Let's look at the biggest one is NVIDIA. I'm not invested in NVIDIA. NVIDIA, let's go back 1 year on NVIDIA. What? NVIDIA was $400 a year ago? It was actually $200 down here back on May 18th. $300. It's now $900. $900? Their market capitalization is $2 trillion. $2.3 trillion. That's the net worth of their company based on the stock. 2.3 trillion. Do not, guys, I'm just saying, probably not a great idea to bet against semiconductor stocks. If semiconductors can allow wormholes, then probably don't invest against that. Just saying, guys. If you go back like 5 years, look at this. Holy crap, 2020. Imagine you got in $50. Imagine if you got in, even down here, this was like what? October of 2022, 2 years ago. $112. Now it's $900. It's an 800% increase. Do you think it's just a coincidence that semiconductors are going crazy? You just Google semiconductors, you find a bunch of articles. Let's just do like China, for example. Look at this. New tariffs on semiconductors. Biden, 2 days ago, just announced new tariffs on semiconductors. Why are we putting tariffs on semiconductors? Oh, well, probably because it creates magical wormholes in the sky. We don't want China to have this. Hawaii chip development receives all-out support from China. How much is China investing? Oh, well, this article doesn't say. I think I read somewhere it's like $140 billion China's put into their semiconductor stock because they know that you can create wormholes from it. Wow, chat. Okay. So, what a night, chat. Well, the plan originally was to go through scientific papers. I've read like 4 or 5 scientific papers since yesterday, and there's more to come as well. But this was too big to not go into. So I wanted to get into that. Let's answer some questions that you have. What are semiconductors made of material-wise? Now, that's a good question. I do not know. I think they use different materials and different metals because the semiconductor, the point is you're trying to, the semiconductor is the piece in between. This is what creates the resistance in your circuit. And a superconductor has 0 resistance. So if they can produce, let's say LK99, and that can achieve superconductivity, then that would be copper and lead, but that's a metamaterial. I think that they can create superconductors, superconductive microchips without that. In fact, we found the NSA security report paper. I'll pull that up as well just for you guys. I hate why this always publishes on a different link. So this is publicly available information I'm going to show you guys right here. Superconducting Technology Assessment, National Security Agency, Office of Corporate Assessments. I didn't even know the National Security Agency did this. August of 2005. August of 2005. It basically says right down here, the assessment of these room temperature superconductive or these superconductive microchips could be aiming for industrial maturity by 2010 or 2012. Well, that's 2 years before the videos, 2 to 4 years before the videos happened, before MH370. And at the end, it talks about the United States would need to invest a bunch of money in it. And so if you look up Freescale Semiconductors is listed 9 times. There it is right there. Freescale Semiconductor. Freescale. They're all over this thing. Of course, the Freescale Semiconductor scientists are the motive of what happened to the plane. There you go. It's right there. It's all right there. Pretty crazy, huh? What year did the iPhone take off? Probably early 2000s, I'd imagine. Is it true that debunkers run on pure retardium? What company makes that? That's going to be going through the roof. Let's be going through the roof chat. Oh, did I see Thomas Bearden's book, Energy from the Vacuum? No, but I did just post a new link to, where is it? I don't know where. I have too many things up, chat. But there is a paper. We're going to look through the Thomas Bearden paper as well about whatever I just posted, extracting, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me see what's good here. It was right before that. Here it is, this one. Virtual State Engineering and Its Implications by Thomas Bearden. Wow, this only has 6,000 views. That's kind of crazy. Considering it was 4 hours ago. We're going to look at that. I think it was probably messed up because all my failed streams messed it up, but all good. So there it is. Virtual State Engineering and Its Implications by Thomas Bearden, 1978. This is pretty wild paper. We're going to look through that as well. We got a lot of science stuff coming. We're probably going to look at it tomorrow, guys. So, okay, Skinwalker Ranch stuff, guys, I think it's full of shit. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I have nothing against Brandon Fugel or any of that. There's not random wormholes in Skinwalker Ranch, guys. No. Skinwalker Ranch stuff is probably a scam. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that ahead of time without having seen it. But no, what we see there has in the MH370 is what we see as very specific requirements, very high energy densities. It's not the kind of thing that you're just going to walk down the street and you're going to find a wormhole sitting around. No, that's not how it works. In order to rip through reality like that and create a wormhole, requires very, very, very high energy density levels. Requires very specific technology to pull off. So if they're claiming that in the Skinwalker thing, I've never seen Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch is a TV show. It's a TV show meant to entertain you. It's not going to be the same as watching 2 leaked military videos showing exactly how the science works. Oh, yeah, the sign is coming, I think. I actually had, I don't think I mean Samson, but yeah, Drippy Goo from the Discord actually is going to produce the sign for me, and he's already got it on the way, so I'm going to get it way sooner than I would have got it. Normally, it was going to take a couple weeks, so I'm going to probably redo my streaming setup. Hold on a sec, guys. This weekend, probably Saturday, I'm going to move my streaming setup. I'm going to reorient everything here, get it a better background, so there's more depth behind me, and then we'll get that new thing. We should come probably next week, I think, at some point. So we got a new sign coming, guys. I think it's actually going to be multicolor. I think it's going to be switchable. So the red and the blue people, and even the people who are in the green and the purple will be happy. It'll be nice. So, some guest on Julian Dory a couple nights ago said about the MH370 guys. Why would they even be talking about that? Why would they even talking about that? A guy faked these videos. Julian Dory is Jersey Shore trash, guys. Julian Dory is a Jersey Shore trash podcaster. He's a fucking moron. Guy's a complete idiot, and his guests are like dumber than he is for the most part. I mean, he had Jeff Wise on. I watched him interviewing these random like moron YouTuber, like, Zoomer people. Like, they're not a serious podcast. He has idiots like Lawrence Krauss on. Lawrence Krauss is a physicist who has no idea that we can manipulate gravity, right? And he has no idea how to even do it. A lot of these people, these old school physicists like that, they just have to die off. We just got to wait for them to die. I interviewed Mark Sokol, and Mark Sokol is like, yeah, you just got to wait for Lawrence Krauss people to die off so that we can move into the future. Julian Dory interviews CIA agents and all this shit all the time. He's so controlled. He doesn't even know how controlled he is. It's honestly pathetic. So, any of these YouTube morons that are out there, there's a lot of them, and they all proclaim to be smart. Even people like Mentor Pilot. Like, Mentor Pilot is a huge fraud as well. Like, any guy who's claiming to be a pilot who doesn't think 5,000 pounds of lithium-ion batteries in the cargo bay of a passenger plane is something to be afraid of is not a serious pilot, guys. Somebody who's trying to claim that they're just going with the official report, but then they're doing psychoanalysis on completely mundane communications, that's not a serious person. If you are a YouTuber and you have a advertisement that you're reading out in the middle of your video, and then you have use code pilot for 60% off, you're not a serious person. You're a grifter. Mentor Pilot's a grifter. He's not a serious person. And if you guys like Mentor Pilot, that's great. But that's what I want you to realize is these people are there for the entertainment. I'm an investigator. I'm doing an investigation. That's why we just caught people red-handed with a fake debunk, right? The MH370 videos are 100% real. 100% real. You don't have to believe me. The evidence proves that they're real. That's the best part. So I have been grifting nobody. If I wanted to, I probably could be making a lot more money off of this. And I'm not. So it goes to show I'm the literal opposite of a grifter. Grifters are trying to get money here and there, everywhere they can get it. I don't even have memberships turned on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for that donation, by the way. And I've repeatedly told people, do not donate to me if you need your money. I don't want your money if you need your money. If you want to just donate because you want to help out and you have the money to spare, thank you very much. I appreciate it, of course. And of course, I'm going to monetize my YouTube and my Twitter channel. Why wouldn't I? It's stupid not to. There's no downside whatsoever. It doesn't hurt me at all. If people want to watch and I'm going to make money just for people watching, then great. It's not changing my life in any way, shape, or form. My job makes like 10 to 100 times more than what I'd make doing this at the moment. Semiconductors are up because of Moore's law, and AI quantum computers are going to make stock 100 times more. Yeah, we're not ready for this one. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's not just magical wormhole technologies. AI, supercomputers, like all the advanced technology comes from semiconductors, right? Yeah, I'm living rent-free in a lot of these debunkers' heads, man. It's crazy that people like Julian Dory are still talking about me like 8 months later on their podcast. I don't even react to their garbage stuff. Like, you know, somebody pointed out, I think a while back, that somebody else, like he was talking crap about me. And I think he was equating me to a YouTube commenter. Julian Dory calling me a YouTube commenter when he's like Jersey Shore trash that doesn't even wear a shirt. You show up and he needs to take a shower when you get there because he's just like a dirty scumbag. And he's like just one of the most underhanded people out there. Like Julian Dory, his podcast career should end. But it probably won't because he's getting propped up by the CIA and these other government agencies out there. He's literally a guy that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he's failed at everything he's ever done in his life. He couldn't make it as a banker, and then he failed at that. He when I threatened to sue him for his defamatory video that he made about me, his answer was that, well, his mom and dad know really rich Jewish lawyers, so if I were to come after him, they would work for free for him. What kind of spoiled piece of shit acts like that? Jesus Christ. You chose violence. You chose violence. You're so arrogant. Imagine saying that to somebody. Holy shit. Meanwhile, I'm sitting out here proving that anti-gravity exists and that we have wormhole technology, and I'm explaining the science to people. Thanks, Nobel Prize. Appreciate you, man. Oh, how dare you? You know what? Because you're a nice guy and you donated, I won't even talk smack about the Packers. Even though now you guys know my weakness, my one weakness, my purple blood. I won't talk smack about you. You know what? I'll even wish you best of luck in the future. Although we are going to get Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to leave that. Let's see. Anyway, guys, okay, I think we're going to probably wrap it up there tonight. This was a good stream. Go ahead and share the information. When you hear people talking about how the videos are debunked, just link them either this stream or link them the post that I made that shows that the VFX was 100% fabricated and pre-planned ahead of time and that it doesn't match. Skull, Mega Bearcan, skull indeed, my friend. Skull indeed. Yeah, it's... The other thing, too, is somebody mentions here the science side of it. The way the physics community is, they won't even listen to someone's point if it's not proved that you're not in their circle. That's what's wrong with really all experts. And academia is no different either. Academia is a complete joke. And Salvatore Pais mentioned this as well, is that he couldn't even get his papers published unless he had some co-author sign on that was like in the circle. The physics community is so up their own ass. Like, this is the reason why anti-gravity can't be disclosed. Because these people think they know everything there is to know, and they're all just fucking morons. Like, most of these physics PhDs are just morons. There are some smart ones out there and some good ones. The ones that are usually the most humble are the ones that actually, like, could figure it out. But there's literally a fucking Nobel Prize waiting for whoever just realizes there's an ether. And it should be obvious there's an ether. Waves require a medium to perpetuate through. You might say, well, that's space-time, but what if it's not? Atoms are too far apart. What if there's a substrate? What if the substrate's the ether? What if the ether explains dark energy? What if the ether can explain negative energy? Why can we create a wormhole? What if it's just a holographic principle? It's not that hard, man. Just one physicist that's a prominent physicist. Just look into it. Write a paper about it. Free Nobel Prize. Nordic's #1, guys. DEI training. Mandatory DEI training for all my Nordic lovers out there. Okay, I think that's it, guys. We talked enough smack for the night. It was good. Can you do a segment on the dirty politics of science and how it suppresses progress? Yeah, we can probably do that tomorrow. We're going to do a science stream tomorrow. We're going to dig into all that. The art behind me, this is all the tallest buildings in the world as of like sometime in the 2000s. So this poster behind me is like 15 years old. But you can see like back here, the Petronas Towers right here. That's the Petronas Towers. That's in Malaysia, actually. The one with the thing in between them. The Sears Towers there somewhere. I don't think the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, is not even on there. So it's, and I think that was like 2011. So this is pretty old poster. The poster, you probably won't see that anymore after I set up my new streaming thing. Because I'm going to have the 4 orbs thing in the background. It's going to be sick. Okay, guys. Appreciate you. Yep, arrogant AF, guys. Arrogant Ashton Forbes. That's what it is. Awesome stream tonight, guys. I'm going to play you guys out with the rock song and maybe another one. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. Love you guys, MH370X.
Scrolls like Reddit trolls while Ashton gives education. Real evidence points to facts. I'm not playing with Malaysian. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. It's the edge of the world and all of the technological civilization. Breaking walls right out of the sky to an unknown destination. Rewriting laws will drop the jaws of humankind stagnation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Patterns, files, and physics laws can lead to teleportation. Martini glass, don't forget to smash the like button on occasion. The engineers that disappeared, they didn't go on vacation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. It's the edge of the world and all of the technological civilization. Making walls right out of the sky to an unknown destination. Rewriting laws will drop the jaws of humankind stagnation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase.
It's H370 until you do some research. Don't talk to me. I'm going to find the truth while I sip this martini. Your opinion, it means squat to me. It's H370. Not all heroes wear capes. I wear glasses to see. I'm going to find the truth while I sip this martini. The trolls hate seeing me succeed. But guess what? H370.